All right, this is a fun one. This is Solstice on Proving Grounds, originally from vulnhub. And yeah, this is a good time. So we start off with obviously nmap. We're going to find lots of ports open. Some of them are useless. And like there's an FTP that we can't really use. So interesting little red herrings there. But what's really fun is, I'm just going to jump into it. You go to we won't go to 8593 yet. We've got that. We'll see 8593 is open. Got this. This is the main page right here. And the book list. You see right here immediately this looks interesting. We see if there's directory traversal available. As you can see in my history, obviously it is. Let's just start. Password, we see that. There are no salted hashes in here. Can't read shadow, no big deal. Obviously, given nothing else, no file uploads or anything, we want to try for log poisoning. And we see right here, I've already poisoned it, so it's going to be up here somewhere. If this were pure, I haven't reverted the box since I rooted it. This is the very last thing I just did, and we can see that that's over port 80. That was my request over port 80. And I immediately identified that earlier because I saw that there's this stuff going on also. When I went to getrobots.txt, I did that to port 80 and not to 8593. So I was like, okay, whatever I do is going to be to port 80. And where's my LS? It should be towards the bottom somewhere. Let me look for it real fast. I just remembered that I reverted the box once because I messed something up with it, which I'll explain later. And so this one actually doesn't have the PHP command injection. Earlier I had done just a very simple like wget or something like that. So I'm just going to show you right from over here in my terminal the very simple way to get a reverse shell. So we go, oh, it's all in my curls. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So you do netcat to port 80. And then let me copy and paste this. This is the poisoning right here. Get command. And then it returns that. And we reload here. There we go. So when I first did this, I did a wget of my Python reverse shell and then executed that. But that was an extra step. So I could do that right here if I wanted to, but I won't. We're just going to execute this curl right here. We're going to curl port 8593. And then using the log poisoning, which is this right here, we're going to execute from the log command equals, and then the bash reverse shell. And we're going to open up netcat LNVP port 5555, I think. Yeah, it's down here. There's my IP and the port. Execute that, and we're in. And we already have a nice little shell there. So then the fun stuff. We look, for instance, find in root the usual perm 4000 to dev null. Not too much interesting for the executables. There's exim, which if it were just a regular mail, we could have used that, but unfortunately here we can't. I was looking here. There's this linpiece says, like, you know, having that stuff there is insecure. Couldn't find too much to do with it. Then I was like, what's this? And so I just did a simple ls just of that. And let's do ls la var temps v. And we see that we have a file that's owned by root that's writable by us. So that looks very interesting, if nothing else. But you notice that the executable itself isn't set UID. So, but still, it's interesting. So we look, because if nothing else, right, we're going to look for ps aux grep sv. We see that there's a process running as root. It's basically a simple web server on port 57 of localhost. And you notice it didn't come up over Nmap, so it's not globally available, but it's locally available. So what we do here, let's see, do I have it copied? No. Oh wait, I do, I think. I have to. There we go. So the first time I did this, I tried altering the file using echo and sed, and that killed the file. It made it owned by the www data user. So that was an error. That's why I reverted the box the first time. But if we use the print function, since it's writable by us, we can do this. And this apparently doesn't kill it. And then the last thing we need to do is just curl that file. So now the file's been altered, and you see that we're making the find function SUID to root. So we curl HTTP localhost port 57 index.php. And then we just, as we did, GTFO bins, find exec bin shell, blah blah, and we're root. Cat root proof.txt. So that is a nice little infiltration and escalation.